be showing you guys the top 5 waves I've ever surfed in my life. And I know what you're thinking. Holy shit, dude, is that you? No, this is not me. So what I did is I took some clips from professional surfers surfing these waves when they're at their absolute best. And then I showed you my experience surfing these waves when they were pretty average or in some cases pretty good. So without further ado, the number one wave, or yeah, we'll go with number one first, that I've surfed in my life is Cloudbreak. This wave is absolutely mental, and when it's really good, like it was this day, it can be the biggest, hollowest, most powerful barrel in the world. So this clip is from Nate Florence. You can check him out here. Just a perfectly groomed wave. The thing about this wave too is it sits in the middle of the ocean. It's about 2 miles from the nearest piece of land, and it's very exposed to heavy winds. So to have it on a day like this where it's blowing perfectly offshore, and if you take a look at the face of the wave, I mean, there's not a drop of water out of place, um, which is really rare if you think about a swell of that size, like a 20, 25-foot swell. That means that there's serious power in the water and the wind is just blowing perfectly offshore. This is one of my favorite GoPro angles I've ever seen in my life. The behind the on the back of the board in the barrel, pretty beautiful. So this is me when I was in Fiji. I was visiting a friend up there in Fiji, and decided to go out to the coast and surf Cloudbreak. So as you can see, super cool get there from the boat. It's about a 5-minute boat ride. This is a clip I took in the water of the GoPro. As you can see, not as big as the day that Nate was out there, but still managed to catch a pretty fun wave here. You can see that white water there and just goes all the way, breaking on the reef. And then I tried pulling into the barrel here and got absolutely wrecked. But it happens. Okay, next wave is the box in Margaret River. This is one of the sketchiest waves in the world, I think, for only being, it's a wave that like, it doesn't get too big, but it is just so steep and so shallow. So if you get this GoPro angle here, look at how this wave just completely stands up on the side. And it's just so critical on the takeoff. And there's not a lot of room underneath. It's pretty shallow reef. So this wasn't taken at the box. This was taken at just across the bay at Margaret River main break. But I was going through my GoPro footage, and this is one of the prettier waves I've seen break. Just a set wave breaking out the back. No one was able to hop on it, and I was able to get some good footage. So this is at main break in West Australia. Look at how pretty that wave is. And as you can see, still some reef under there. So by no means is that not a challenging wave, but nothing compared to the box. We have this wave holds a special place in my heart, Wave Jambu in Indonesia. This is the place I've caught the best waves of my life at. That's not me surfing. That is not how I surf, unfortunately. But I want to say I paddled on a day that was similar in size to this. It was really big. Had to take my step-up board out there. And this was footage from my phone here on one of those days. So really good wave. This wave has 3 barrel sections if it's forming perfectly. It's a barrel off the takeoff, sort of a turn section, another barrel section, and then this last end section, which is like super sketchy on very dry, very shallow reef. So Wave Jambu in Indonesia. I had a ride there where I caught 2 barrels in one ride. Best ride of my life. Unfortunately, no footage, but sometimes, hey, it's better that way, to be honest. Now, 4th best wave in the world, I think this is 4, is Uluwatu in Bali, Indonesia. This is such a famous break. It's often quite crowded there. But on a day like today, on this day, when it is maybe 15, 16 feet, nobody in their right mind wants to go out there except for these guys. And as you can see, it's forming super well, super clean. The beautiful thing about the Indian Ocean is you can get these massive swells that get there. So the swell forms off of Antarctica, and then by the time the swell gets there, it's super manicured, super clean. And this is a photo of me surfing in Uluwatu. It's kind of crazy. This was only like 3 or 4 weeks into after I started taking surfing more seriously. Um, and I went out on sort of a bigger day there, and I was walking down the little place to go down to the beach, and I had like a 6.0 board, and some local dude whistled out to me, and he was like, "Hey, bro, you need a bigger board?" And I was like, "Oh, sweet, like, thanks, man." And so he let me rent a bigger board for the day, and I was able to catch this wave. Uh, so nothing crazy, but at this point, this was the biggest wave in my life that I caught. So good memories being there in Uluwatu, getting my surf journey really started that way. And then last but not least, we have Cloud9 in the Philippines. This wave is pretty finicky, to be honest. It doesn't work all the time. I was there for maybe about a month and really only scored Cloud9 well 3 or 4 days. It really is affected by the wind a bunch because there's nothing protecting it. And so this is a little GoPro clip I had where I was out at Cloud9. It wasn't like a super clean day, but because of that, I got it all to myself. And I think that's what I'm talking about right now. I'm just saying, hey, I'm getting Cloud9 all to myself. And yeah, the Philippines are a beautiful collection of islands. So, if you're going for strictly surf, I think you can't beat Indonesia as far as like a tropical destination. But if you have a look here, this was me all by myself at Cloud9 in the Philippines. And I was lucky enough to catch some semi-good waves. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, super, super fun. Those are the top 5 waves I've surfed in my life, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.